time to meet the men from the ministry. We're off once again for a wander round Whitehall with Norma Ronald, Ronald Baddiley, John Graham, and the men from the ministry, Richard Murdoch and Deryck Guyler. In Whitehall's General Assistance Department, experienced staff stand by to help any branch of government that's overloaded. These people have to be versatile, able to turn their hands to anything, even occasionally to work. But not all the time, of course.
Come in, Mildred.
Here's a sight you like to see, a sticky bun and a cup of tea.
Good. We'll have to start our 11s without Mr. Lennox-Brown. He's late as usual.
Isn't he in yet this morning?
No, he isn't. In fact, he's so late he hasn't even been in yesterday yet.
Oh, well, I suppose he's at a funny age.
Well, he's trying to pull his socks up. Only last week he bought a book called How to Cure Laziness.
Has he read it?
No, he asked me to read it for him.
Well, you know the old civil service motto, if a thing's worth doing, it's worth getting someone else to do it for you.
Morning, Joe. Morning, Mildred. Sorry I'm trifling late, but I had to walk from Paddington today.
Are the kids running, sir?
Yes, I think so, Mildred, but I walk once a week to save money. We've all got to fight inflation, haven't we, Joe?
No, we certainly have one. I've asked my landlady to charge less rent for the sake of both of us.
How would that help her, Mr. Lamb?
Well, weeks I can't pay, she'd lose less money.
Lordy, give me strength.
Righty-ho, sir. 1 lump or 2?
5, Mildred, thank you.
My dad says the country's in an economic mess because everyone's living in the park.
You can't blame them. It was so much cheaper then.
The country's in a mess, Mildred, because we're not fully exploiting our natural resources.
Do what?
These days, a nation is as rich as its mineral wealth. Oil, iron ore, precious metals, and so on.
We've got our coal, of course, and our North Sea oil, but Sir Gregory asked us a couple of months ago to see what else there is.
Yes, he told us to organize surveys throughout Britain.
Isn't that exciting? How far have you got?
As a matter of fact, we've very nearly started.
Sir Gregory gave us a file setting out certain likely areas, but we've not had time to study it yet.
If geologists did find mineral wealth, Britain would be rich again.
Just think, we might have inland oil, like America.
Yeah, or eau de cologne, just like Germany.
I suppose we'd better get on with it, Ron, or we'll have Sir Gregory in here shouting and bullying.
Now then, you two.
Hello, Sir Gregory. How nice of you to come and shout at us. How nice of you to come and see us, the bully.
Oh, be quiet, Lamb. You talk too much. In fact, you could talk your head off and not miss it.
Oh, thank you, Sir Gregory.
Well, what a witty remark, sir.
I wasn't trying to be funny, Lennox-Brown. I very rarely joke.
Quite so, sir. As I recall, the last occurred in 1950.
Yes. That's right. It was the day Miss Webb caught her chest in the duplicator.
Oh, silence, both of you. How is it that I can start a sentence as I come through that door and 5 minutes later I still haven't finished it?
You're not the only one at fault, sir. We all enjoy a good chat.
That will do, Lennox-Brown. Now, just listen. It's now 2 months since I gave you that mineral job, organizing a nationwide survey.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Well, what have you done about it?
Done about it, yes.
That's what I said, man. Done about it.
We finished the preparatory work, Sir Gregory.
What preparatory work?
Well, we've sharpened our pencils.
I might have guessed. You've done nothing.
You could say that, sir. Yeah.
You're a pair of idle layabouts.
But we'd rather you didn't say that, sir.
This is a matter of urgency. The Prime Minister's under pressure from MPs. There will be questions on this matter in the House on Thursday.
I say that's the day after tomorrow.
Exactly. And you will be writing his reply, so you'd better get moving. Does Britain have any untapped mineral wealth or not? And if so, where?
Make a note of that, too. Sir Gregory's put it rather pithily.
And furthermore, don't forget you're responsible for supplying the survey teams with the latest scientific equipment.
The trouble is, Sir Gregory, we've a lot on our plates at the moment.
But this is the General Assistance Department. That's what you're for, to help out everywhere and anywhere. You're the Ministry's troubleshooters.
But sometimes the trouble shoots back.
Anyway, what other jobs have you got?
Yes, sir. Well, now, we are assisting the Department of the Environment, sir, helping them supervise London's parks.
London's parks?
Yes, we have to see the gardeners are doing their job and keep them supplied with manure.
Well, that shouldn't be difficult. You supply me with nothing else.
Well, we have to check that all flowers and shrubs conform to government regulations.
Well, that doesn't sound too demanding. And don't let it interfere with his mineral survey. That has top priority.
Rest assured, sir, we shall get things moving at once.
And it's vital you make a success of this. Vital for the PM, for the nation, and for you.
For us?
If you bungle this in any way, I'll do you both a mischief. With the greatest of pleasure and the toe of me boot.
What a rude man. He makes us Garnet look like Mary Poppins.
Pay no attention to him, Mildred. Now, too, let's get this Parks thing done and out of the way. Then we can concentrate, you see, on the mineral survey.
Good thinking, one.
We'll go to Hyde Park first thing tomorrow and see the supervisor. I'm told he's a Mr. Good.
Oh, good.
That's right. Now, you'd better bring the Parks file.
Yes.
The one that tells them where to put their shrubs.
Morning, Mr. Good. It's a lovely day. I said it's a lovely day.
Oh, hush your row, Gold. You're all behind. What kept you? I suppose you've been dibbling in the flower beds again.
No, Mr. Good. I was trying to see if these were plants or weeds. I can't tell the difference. I said I can't tell the difference.
And you call yourself a park ranger? The only way to tell is to pull everything up. If they grow again, the weeds.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Good.
Hey, you two, get off the grass, will you? Where do you think you are? This is a park, you know. You can't just walk round enjoying yourselves.
It's all right, my good man. We're from the Ministry, General Assistance Department. My name is Lennox-Brown, and this is my junior colleague here, you see, Mr. Lapp.
Oh, well, I'm good.
That's nice for you.
Don't make mock of me, son. I'm park supervisor. Amongst other things, I'm in charge of all the fauna.
Indeed.
And I'm Flora.
Oh, how do you do, Flora?
Hey, don't be cheeky. I said don't be cheeky.
Oh, that's Mr. Gold in with the cardboard braces.
Good morning, Gold.
How do? I said how do?
Oh, don't flash your trowel about, lad. You're frightening the pigeons.
Yes, well, now, we are here to check that the parks are being run in accordance with Ministry rules.
We've been looking round, and I'm afraid a number of things aren't as they should be.
Right. Several tulips are less than 6 inches tall, and they're not all facing in the same direction.
We're concerned about the pansies round the bandstand. Lots of them have gone quite limp.
Many roses are growing in ones and twos instead of in triplicates.
And your pink peonies are puny.
My pink peonies are puny.
Several of them are below regulation size. Now, we leave you this Ministry file, Mr. Gold. It sets out our government requirements in the matter.
We want you to get things into line right away, if not immediately.
Listen to him, Gold.
I think that's all. Have you anything to say?
Manure.
I beg your pardon.
The flowers need more manure. That's why they're puny.
Gold's right. We can't grow big blooms if you don't supply out to feed them.
We had a load of fertilizer sent you yesterday.
Well, I've not seen it. Where did you send it?
The London Parks Department.
Well, then it could have gone to any of the parks.
Good Lord, you mean you've lost it? A great pile of manure. You must look into it at once.
Looks like we'd better. Gold, off you go and see if you can smell it out.
Well, why me? I said, why me?
You're a park ranger, aren't you?
Yes?
Then range.
Oh, very good then. Very well, Mr. Good. And I'm only going under protest. I said I'm only going under protest.
Oh, you'll have to excuse him, I'm afraid. He's not been the same since he was savaged by one of our ducks.
One of your ducks?
It chased him round the pond and caught him by the shrubberies.
Yes, well, we must be off now. We have work of national importance to do. Good day, Joe. Now then, Joe, it's all systems go on this mineral survey. You've got the file, have you?
Yes, well, I've kept it safely. It's here in my in tray behind the marmalade.
Oh, right, well, read it to me, will you, to just refresh my memory?
Yes, here we are.
Yes.
Grassy areas of the park must be well maintained and protected from abuse. There have been many complaints about courting couples on the verge.
Just a minute, too. Just a minute. That's not the survey file. That's the parks file.
Oh, so it is. I thought we gave this to that chap Gold.
Oh, you idiot. You must have given him the survey file.
Oh, dear.
Well, never mind the oh, dear. Pass me that list of numbers.
Yes.
I must ring up the park at once.
Here you are, one.
Right. How could you be so careless, too? That survey stuff's confidential, top secret. Gold will probably leave it lying on a park bench.
Parks Department.
Oh, Lennox-Brown here. May I speak to Mr. Gold?
He's not in. Supervisor speaking. Mr. Good.
Oh, well, you're as good as Gold.
You what?
I mean, no doubt you can give him a message for
Well, I'm not sure as I can. Gold went off yesterday to look for that load of manure, and he's not come back yet. Lost himself in one of the parks, I dare say.
Surely not, huh?
Well, either that or the cat's had him. Oh, he's not too bright, that lad. If he had a bit more sense, he'd be halfway.
The same might be said of my colleague. He gave Mr. Gold a valuable file by mistake. It's full of government secrets.
Ah, heck, I didn't know we'd any left.
Well, we are extremely worried, I can tell you now. Would you ring us when Gold gets back and let us know the file is safe?
Aye, I'll do that.
Thank you, Mr. Gold.
Oh, I hope he doesn't lose that file, I said I hope he doesn't lose that file.
If he does, too, we'll find that great heap of manure and drop him in it, and you, too.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've had enough for one morning. I'm going along to my club for an early lunch.
All right, Van. I'll pop down to the canteen.
You won't pop anywhere. You've got to compose the PM statement.
The PM statement?
On the mineral survey. He's answering questions in the House today. You have to write his reply.
But what can I say? Well, nothing's been done yet.
That never affected minister's statements. Just put together some cheerful waffle. Oh, and we do have some good news.
Have we?
Yes, well, we were supposed to supply equipment to the survey teams, remember?
Yes.
Yes, well, I managed to pick up 2 shovels at half price in the Army surplus stores. Yes, build the reply round that, you see. The House is sure to be impressed. And don't waste time chatting to the pigeons on the windowsill.
It isn't fair. There's Mr. Lennox-Brown stuffing himself at his club, and I have to stay here and work. I'm glad you agree. Just as well I brought a packed lunch. All right. You can have a bit more if you insist. Do you like these yogurt sandwiches? Neither do I. I think it's the mustard that spoils them. Now, off you go. I'm going to close the window now. No wonder those pigeons are fat. They've eaten most of my lunch. Oh, dear. Hello, General Assistance Department. Richard Lamb cooing. Yes, speaking.
Park Supervisor here. I've good news for you, lad.
Oh, yes?
Aye. Our friend Gold's turned up. He was found in Kensington Gardens, and he's located the manure.
Splendid. But what about our survey file?
Your survey is safe and sound. We'll send it to your office right away.
Oh, what a relief.
Very nice manure you sent us. Lots of really good stuff.
Let us know if you need any more. We can produce it at any time.
Well, I'm very impressed with this lot. Real vintage stuff. Got a fine bouquet. 1974, I'd say. And whenever I see it, I'll think of you.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Cheerio.
Oh, this is good news. I must tell LB as soon as he gets back.
Hello, Mr. Lamb. I'm sorry I'm late back from lunch. I've been in the Carpenter's Arms.
Really?
Yeah, you know, the pub.
Oh.
My boyfriend took me for a shandy.
Well, we've a lot to do, Mildred.
Oh, he is a one. He always buys me shandy. He says, whiskey makes girls frisky, but shandy makes...
That'll do, Mildred. I want you to type this reply. The PM has to read it in the House this afternoon.
Okay, now where's my shorthand notebook? Oh, here we are. Right, Mr. Lamb.
You'll need a pen or a pencil, won't you?
I knew I'd forgotten something. Yeah, all right, fire away, sir.
Her Majesty's Government has carried out extensive preliminary surveys in search of mineral deposits.
Ooh, how do you spell preliminary?
Various ways, but perhaps you'd better look it up later.
Righty-ho, then. Now, where were we? Yes, mineral deposits.
Yes, a new paragraph. This may help solve our economic problems. I am able to give the House good news.
We're getting on with that parliamentary reply, too?
Yes, ma'am. Gold's been discovered in Kensington Gardens, so we've no more worries. The survey's safe and sound, and the supervisor's very impressed. He says there's a lot of good stuff there, so our problems are solved. Where was I? Yes, Mildred, ready? We've been able to obtain 2 shovels from the Army surplus stores at half their original retail price. Did you get that, Mildred?
Yes, Mr. Lamb.
Good. When it's typed, rush it over to the House of Commons. The PM secretary's waiting for it.
Yes, be as quick as you can, Mildred. The PM is making that statement in just over an hour.
The Prime Minister has talked about a mineral survey for months. Will he now inform the House exactly what this survey has revealed, if anything?
No,
as a matter of fact, I'd like to be perfectly frank and honest and give you my own personal views on this matter. Your Majesty's government has carried out extensive preliminary surveys in search of mineral deposits, which may help our economic problems. I am able to give the House good news. Gold has been discovered in Kensington Gardens, so we've no more worries. The survey is perfectly sound, and the supervisor's very impressed. He says there's a lot of good stuff there, so all our problems are solved. I must just leave my prepared speech for one moment to say that this discovery of gold is entirely due, and I say this with all humility, to the dynamism and trustfulness of this party and myself.
May I ask the Prime Minister when the government will act on this amazing discovery?
With the true Dunkirk spirit, we shall act at once, if not sooner. And may I point out that the presence of gold in Kensington Gardens, which I suspected all along, has been unearthed by dedicated teams of young British scientists, all products of our comprehensive schools. A deep hole will be dug in the area without delay. I promise to step in personally.
Here is the news, read by Brian Martin. In London, the gold rush is on. Throughout Kensington Gardens, prospectors have been pouring in from all parts of the country to stake their claims. They've started to build a shanty town beside the Albert Memorial, and already hundreds of stubble-chinned men with stovepipe hats and woolen vests are panning for gold in the Round Pond. There were unruly scenes last night in a Knightsbridge honky-tonk saloon. It was thought that gold had been found in the men's room, but this turned out to be just a flash in the pan. Now the rest of the news.
Isn't it exciting, Ron?
Well, it's certainly a surprise. I never expected to see gold mining in one of London parks.
I'm off now to stake my claim.
Well, is that wise, too? I mean, it's very hard work, and you need the proper equipment.
I've got all that. I borrowed a canteen soup spoon for scooping up the earth, and a canteen tea cake for breaking up the nuggets.
Well, what about panning for gold dust?
I borrowed my landlady's non-stick frying pan.
Oh, Gloria.
You can scoff one, but I'll be rich beyond the dreams of Hammersmith.
Now, just a moment.
I shan't have to work at the ministry anymore. I'll buy a new bicycle.
I find this business very strange. It all seemed to come out of the blue. But no one's actually found any gold yet. How did the whole thing start?
The Prime Minister announced it in Parliament, didn't he? So it must be true.
Well, I know he announced it, but where did he get his information?
From us, one.
Oh, yes. You wrote his reply to that question.
Well, there you are, then. It's all right. I'm reliable enough.
True, you're going round in circles. Wait a minute. There wasn't any reference to gold in the thing you wrote.
That's true. Hang on, I've got a copy here.
Well, let me see. Good grief. Do you realize what's happened?
Not yet.
You were talking to me about Mr. Gold being found in Kensington Gardens, and Mildred put it all in the PM statement.
You don't mean there isn't any gold in the park?
Of course there isn't. The country's out on a limb. You've made a fool of yourself. The Prime Minister's made a fool of himself. Yeah. Oh, you see what this means, don't you?
I'll have to return Mrs. Bradby's frying pan.
You'll have to return Mrs. Bradby. No, too. When it comes out there's no gold, you'll be blamed.
Me? Why me?
Well, you dictated the reply, didn't you? And let it go off without checking it.
Yes.
Besides, you're the junior executive here. It's your job to take the blame.
Oh, I'll be sent to the Tower.
Yeah.
They'll cut off my privileges.
Papers?
Not just now, Mildred, please. We're sorting out a slight problem here.
Oh, what's up with Mr. Lamb? He's come over all unnecessary.
Yeah,
Is it to do with his gold rush, sir? It's certainly causing no end of trouble.
You can say that again.
It's certainly causing no end of trouble. Listen to this in the paper. Kensington hits that gold rush. Kensington dwellers are today up in arms, protesting at the conduct of local gold prospectors. They accuse them of pillaging the neighbourhood and frightening horses and nannies in Kensington Gardens.
Give that to me, Mildred. A protest meeting is planned for tonight in the town hall. Many leading local figures are expected to attend, including General Jorrocks, CBE, and Lady Isabel Peeling.
Quiet, please. Thank you. I now call upon Lady Isabel to say a few words.
Thank you, Nigel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that we're all agreed that something must be done to stop these people ravaging our royal and ancient borough of Kensington. Now, I'm no snob, as you know, but I do object to rough men tramping through our park in rough clothes, many of them actually drinking tea from their saucers.
Yeah.
Their language is so foul that sometimes I don't understand it. And I have to get my daughter to explain.
Jorrocks.
I beg your pardon.
General Jorrocks, CBE, retired.
Ah, yes, General. May I have your support?
Well, if it helps the cause, I'd be very willing to let you borrow it.
Thank you.
As you'll see from my entry in Who's Who, I'm a man who knows what's what. What?
What?
Exactly. Now, I agree with all that's been said, but there's another point. Kensington Gardens belongs to Kensington, right?
Yeah.
And I say the gold found in Kensington Gardens should belong to Kensington, not to the rest of the country.
Jolly sound thinking, General Jorrocks. Jolly sound.
The gold is ours, and if the rest of Britain wants it, then let them blast it well buy it.
I agree with the General absolutely.
These Westminster Johnnies have led us white too long.
But, General, you're speaking as if Westminster and the rest of Britain were separate countries.
Well, that's just what they should be. An independent Kensington, that's what I say.
And I'm with you. Self-government for Kensington.
And then we can fight for our gold if need be.
Declare war on Britain if they try to take it from us.
By thunder, I can smell the tiger in my nostrils already.
Very well, then, let's take a vote. Home rule for Kensington. Anyone against?
This is London. The military junta, claiming to be the government of free Kensington, today sent an ultimatum to Downing Street. This said that if an assurance of non-intervention in Kensington affairs had not been given by noon today, the borough would declare itself independent and prepare for hostile action. The Prime Minister has given no such assurance, and consequently, Britain is now at war with Kensington. A Kensington spokesman flew this morning to the United Nations to seek safeguards for the area and its vast resources of gold. He's already received support from the Russian delegate, Mr. Ripetoff. He said that Russia had long-standing links with the People's Socialist Republic of Kensington, and they would not stand idly by while its peace-loving citizens were crushed beneath the iron heel of the capitalist elite of Shepherd's Bush. Coachloads of heavily armed Russian tourists have already arrived at the Soviet embassy in Kensington.
Oh, do have a seat, sir. Mildred, fetch Sir Gregory a cup of tea.
Righty ho, sir.
Or a cup of medicinal brandy, if you had one.
You seem in bad shape, Sir Gregory. You must be under some stress.
Oh, this war with Kensington's getting out of hand. A naval battle's been raging all day on the Serpentine. Hostile flotillas of paddle boats locked in bitter combat.
Good gracious.
Yes, and hordes of Kensington nannies are hurling rock cakes at Knightsbridge Barracks.
Here's the medicinal brandy, sir.
Oh, thank you, Miss Mappin. I'll take the bottle to save you running to and fro.
Now, is there anything we can do, sir?
Well, the PM's worried in case these Kensingtonians storm important buildings in Park Lane.
You mean like the Bunny Club?
Exactly. Yes. Well, I have arranged for unlimited police to stand by in the park.
Well done.
Oh, Miss Mappin, send a telex to the PM. Tell him I've done that, would you?
Righty ho, sir.
Yes, the PM's at his wit's end. He actually said he wished there weren't any gold in the park. And that's what started all this.
Did you say, sir, that the PM wished the gold had never existed?
I did. And those are my sentiments, too.
Yes. Sir Gregory, it's possible we might be able to help you.
What do you mean? How could there suddenly be no gold?
Well, you see, sir, Mr. Good's pink peonies were puny, and we sent a load of jolly good stuff, but this chap went off with the file. Only it was the wrong one, and they couldn't find the manure, and when they did, I accidentally put it in the Prime Minister's watlet.
Oh. But it's not quite as simple as that, sir. But the fact is, there is no gold, and there never was any. Slip of the typewriter, one might say.
I should have guessed. So you're at the bottom of this. You blundering, bird-brained buffoons! I'll kill you!
Sir Gregory, you're going purple again. You said you wished there wasn't any gold, and we've made your wish come true. Aren't you pleased with us?
Pleased?
After all, if there's no gold...
Which there isn't.
The war with Kensington will be over.
Just think, sir. No more war. Children will play in the park again, feed the ducks, swing on the swings. The voice of the turtle will be heard in Bayswater Road.
The lights will go up again all over Notting Hill Gate.
By Jove, you're right. Yes. I'll have a survey carried out at once. That'll prove there's no gold there. Let me shake you both by the hand. The war is over. Pass me the brandy. I'll drink to that. Peace in our time.
I say we got out of that rather neatly.
Oh, well, sir, I did that telex, like Sir Gregory said.
Telex? Oh, yes, the police in the park, yes. Oh, it'll hardly be necessary now.
Oh, well, I sent it anyway. I said there'd be plenty of coppers standing by.
May I see the actual message?
There you are, sir.
Telex to PM, urgent, unlimited supply of coppers available in Hyde Park.
Mildred, what was that?
Copper? In Hyde Park? Mildred, stop that message at once.
Well, it's gone, sir.
It mustn't do. You'll have to climb in the telex machine and get it back.
Well, I can't do it.
Wait a second.
Over the top and down.
Muddling through as the men from the ministry were Richard Murdoch and Deryck Guyler. Also featured were Norma Ronald, Ronald Baddiley, and John Graham. The program was written by Edward Taylor and John Graham and produced by Edward Taylor. Time to meet the men from the ministry. We're off once again for a whiz round Whitehall with Norma Ronald, Ronald Baddiley, John Graham, and the men from the ministry, Richard Murdoch and Deryck Guyler. Those keen executives, Lennox-Brown and Lamb, go to their office each day knowing that many tricky tasks will await them. But their enthusiasm remains undiminished.
I seem to be the only one in this office who does any hard work.
Ah, well, hard work never killed anyone. But I'm not going to risk being the first victim. Well, what are you doing anyway, Tom?
We've got to answer all these letters for the Ministry of Social Security.
Well, you get on with them while I attend to the essentials. I see the window box needs weeding again.
Some of these problems aren't easy ones. Listen to this letter from a woman. I must have money at once as I've been in bed with the doctor for a week. If things don't improve, I shall have to get a new doctor. How can I answer that?
Yes. Send her form OURA1.
OURA1? Is that the form that says, is your husband a widower, if not state reasons?
Yes, that'll keep her quiet.
Morning, gents. It's only me with treacle tart and cups of tea.
Ah, well done, Mildred. I'm glad you made tea. Coffee keeps us awake all day.
Oh, and there's an important memo for you. It says, from the desk of Lord Stilton.
Why should Lord Stilton's desk be writing to us?
It's the new in phrase.
He's written to every senior executive, apparently, in these special top-secret envelopes.
What does his memo say, I wonder?
It says senior staff have got to try harder. There's been too much slackness and not enough punctuality.
What a cheek.
And there's another thing. Lord Stilton's memo says civil servants should dress more smartly. You should follow the example set by the permanent under-secretary.
Well, I must say, Sir Gregory does dress well.
And very quickly, according to his secretary.
That will do, Mildred. Leave the memo here. Mr. Lamb and I will scrutinize it.
I don't blame you. That's all it's fit for.
Lord Stilton's got a nerve. He says ministry staff don't keep themselves fit. Most executives have far too many days off sick.
What nonsense. I may have been off quite a bit last winter, but I was always perfectly fit.
Apart from your usual March flu break.
Well, exactly. I mean, if the Lord had intended us to work through the winter, wouldn't have given us flu in the first place.
You certainly look after your health, one. If anyone's got a cold, you won't even speak to them on the phone.
That is only common sense, and it's important to keep warm. That's why I've got this oil stove by my desk here.
Oh, yes, I've been meaning to mention that one. Apparently we're forbidden to have oil stoves in offices. They're regarded as a fire risk.
Oh, well, rules are made to be broken, too.
What if Sir Gregory comes in?
I shall put that big cardboard box over the stove and pretend it's a new duplicating machine that we haven't unpacked yet.
What a good idea. Which big cardboard box?
Well, that one over by the... Oh, glory. Oh, don't say the cleaners have thrown it away.
Here, watch out, you two. Sir Gregory's coming down the corridor.
Sir Gregory? Oh, good grief. He'll see the stove.
Shall I turn it out once?
No time. You need to take the front off. You'll have to hide it.
Hide it? But where can I put it?
But don't put it anywhere. Just sit on it.
What?
Well, Sir Gregory, I think it's a stool.
Don't sit on it? But it's hot.
Oh.
Hey, don't push me on.
And stay there. Now, Sir Gregory sees that stove. I'll tell him it's yours. Now, just sit there quietly.
Oh, there you are, you two.
Oh... Good morning, Sir Gregory. How very nice to see you, sir.
I think you've seen Lord Stilton's memo.
Yes, indeed, sir.
Well, I need hardly tell you that I entirely concur with his views.
Yes.
We shall both bend over backwards to make the ministry more efficient. There's been too much casual behavior. Papers aren't moving quickly enough. People are sitting on things that they shouldn't. Which always leads to trouble. Now, isn't that so, Lamb?
Yes, Sir Gregory.
Are you all right, man? You look even stranger than usual.
Yes, I'm all right, I think.
Well, stop fidgeting. And now, where was I?
Bending over backwards with Lord Stilton, sir.
Quite, yes. Now, I look to this office to lead the way in complying with his memo. Cut out all the idleness and sloppiness.
Yes, sir.
And there'll be no more arriving late in the morning. And I want everyone smartly dressed. Follow my example. I have a suit for every day of the week.
Really, sir? Is that it?
Oh, be quiet, Lennox-Brown. Are you sure you're all right, Lamb? You look extremely hot and bothered. And your cheeks are very flushed.
Well,
His head's gone purple. Do you think he's sickening for something?
I think he's sickening for everyone. Take no notice, Sir Gregory. He's at a very difficult age.
Oh, well, if you say so. And now to the purpose of my visit. Now, this is a very important matter. Miss Murphin, you'd better take notes.
Oh, yes, sir.
As you know, the government is extremely concerned about Red China.
Oh, yes, sir, yes. Red China.
Well, I think it'll look very nice with the canteen tables being white.
Oh, give me patience. I'm talking about China the country. Next week is Anglo-Chinese Friendship Week. Well, a top figure from the Chinese government is coming here to receive the freedom of the City of London. Mr. Hu Flang.
Who?
That's right.
No, I don't quite understand, sir. Who is coming here?
Correct. Who will receive the freedom of the city?
Well, somebody must know.
The ceremony will take place outside the Tower of London on Monday. Then troops will escort Hu Flang in a triumphal procession to Buckingham Palace.
Ah, Hu Flang.
No, just Hu Flang, Lennox-Brown. Our Hu Flang is his brother. Hu Flang is a top man in his country, so the PM wants a top man from our side to meet him at the Chinese embassy and accompany him to the Tower. Naturally, I have been selected for the job.
Oh, well, naturally, Sir Gregory.
Yes, well, you in this office will have a less glamorous task, but nevertheless an important one. You'll be responsible for decorating the route of the procession.
Decorating the route, sir?
Well, you know the sort of thing. What about bunting along the streets?
Well, I don't think I've ever bunted before.
Flags, man, banners, that sort of thing. Now, make sure you put up a good show.
Yes.
No, don't roll your eyes like that, Lamb. You look half-baked.
I am. I'm sorry, Sir Gregory.
Oh, yeah. I can smell burning. Do you notice the smell of burning?
No, Sir Gregory.
Well, it's there, all right. You'll get it in the end. Or am I imagining things? You know, I almost thought I saw steam coming from Lamb's ears. I'd better go and have a medicinal brandy.
Oh, it's agony.
Well, he's gone, Mr. Lamb. You can get up now. Here, I just realised what that smell is. Roast lamb.
It's no laughing matter, Mildred. I could have ruined my prospects.
Oh, don't fuss, too.
Here's your 11s, Mr. Lamb. And as Chinese Friendship Week starts today, I brought you some chopsticks to eat your bun with.
Oh, chopsticks, what fun.
Well, they're not really chopsticks. They're two of Mum's knitting needles.
I wondered why they had a sock attached. Never mind, I'll manage somehow.
Blimey, look at that rain. It's pouring down. I better shut the windows. Lucky we both came in before it started. Mr. Lennox-Brown will get drenched if he's out in this.
He'll only have himself to blame. He's really pushing his luck being late again after Lord Stilton's memo.
I think Mr. Lennox-Brown's getting lazier than ever.
I think he's just superstitious, Mildred. He doesn't like working any week with a Friday in it.
Well, still, everything's been done for the big procession. The banners I ordered are ready to go up.
Well done, Mildred.
They'll stretch right across the mile and say, Great Britain welcomes Chinese friends.
But that's no good. They should be written in Chinese.
In Chinese? I don't know Chinese, do I?
It's perfectly simple. Just write, Great Britain welcomes Chinese friends.
I see.
Tiddaloo, infernal rain. Oh, the weather's gone mad since we went all Fahrenheit.
I say, one, you do look wet.
Well, I got caught in that cloudburst. Luckily I had my Mac, but my trousers were soaked.
Oh, poor Mr. Lennox-Brown, you catch your death.
I shall not catch my death, Mildred, as I don't intend to sit here in wet trousers. I shall remove them and dry them on the oil stove.
Ooh, I better revert me eyes.
You will withdraw, Mildred. 2, kindly join her in the outer office and make sure no one comes in while I'm sitting here in my nether garments.
Is this wise, one? There may be a rule against sitting in your office with no trousers on.
Better than risking a chill, too. Lord Stilton's memo said we're supposed to take care of ourselves. My trousers will be dry in an hour.
Have you ever noticed that dark patch on your ceiling, Mildred? Looks exactly like a footprint.
Yeah, I think there were some Australians in here once. Sure, but I thought you said you had some work to do.
I have. All these paper clips to make into a chain, and I still haven't inked in all the O's and P's in Lord Stilton's memo. But somehow I can't concentrate when I'm not in my own office.
I must say, Mr. Elby's taken a risk sitting in there with no trousers on. I mean, suppose the Gregory come in.
Well, at least he couldn't get cross with me. I've smartened myself up as instructed.
Yeah, we haven't seen that airy green tweed before, have we?
It's my new suit. I bought it for Coronation Day.
Very trendy.
Thank you. Oh. What's that?
Mr. Lennox-Brown shouting.
Oh, perhaps he's opened his pay envelope.
Help! Fire!
Sir, come on, Mildred. Let's see what's wrong.
Oh.
What's the matter, one?
Oh, my trousers. Look, on top of the stove. They're on fire.
Oh.
Blimey, where's the fire bucket?
Don't come in, Mildred. I'm still in my underwear.
Leave it to me. Pass me the fire bucket, Mildred. Stand back, one.
Hurry up, two.
You're right. Stand away from the stove. 1, 2, 3.
There wasn't any water in the bucket.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Just 2 dead spiders and an old ham roll.
Oh, good grief. My trousers are burnt to a cinder, and it's all your fault.
My fault?
It's your job to see the fire buckets full of water at all times and kept in a prominent position.
I'm sorry, one.
Do you see what this means? I haven't got any trousers. I'm trapped. I'll just have to sit behind my desk till it gets dark. Sneak home in my raincoat.
Excuse me, Mr. Lennox-Brown. It's all right. I've got my eyes closed.
Yes, well, what is it, Mildred? What is it?
Lord Stilton's on the phone. You're to go and see him at once.
Go and see Lord Stilton, but I can't. I've got any trousers.
Righty-ho, sir. I'll tell him.
No, stop. Don't tell him that. If he ever finds out what happened, he'll know I came in late. No, tell him I'm on my way.
Righty-ho, sir.
But you can't go and see Lord Stilton in your underpants. For one thing, they're down at the knees.
Correct, sir. You caused this problem, so I'll have your trousers.
You'll have my trousers?
Thank you.
Oh.
Right, come on, get them on.
Yeah, but you can't. I refuse.
Who is the senior executive in this office, too?
You are.
Very well. Right. Take off your trousers and give them to me. I commandeer them, listen, in the national interest.
But they're green tweed. They look silly with your black jacket.
Oh, Lord Stilton may not notice. Now, come on, hand them over. And while I'm gone, have Mildred fill that fire bucket and put it in a prominent place.
Well, Lord Stilton, I think everything's lined up for Chinese Friendship Week.
Oh, good. Well, I'll drink to that, Pitkin. I gather you've been chosen to escort this Chinese chap to the tower. What's his name?
Who?
This Chinese fellow.
That's who?
Are you deaf, man? The Chinese delegate.
Who is the Chinese delegate?
I don't know who.
Well, I don't know him either.
Who?
In answer to your original question, yes, I have been chosen to meet the Chinese delegate. A great honor, sir. I wouldn't miss it for worlds.
Well, I only asked because the PM's giving a little cocktail party for some of us who'll be joining the procession. You could have come if you weren't meeting the envoy.
Oh, a cocktail party. I'm not bothered about meeting this envoy chap. I think my duty lies at the party.
Oh, yes, I thought you'd say that, Pitkin. So I took the precaution of sending for your man, Lennox-Brown. He can escort this Chinese delegate to the ceremony.
Good idea, sir.
I hope you've done something about smartening him up.
Oh, indeed. I've spoken to all my staff about their dress and general bearing. I think you'll be struck by his appearance.
Right. Come. You wish to see me, Lord Stilton?
Yeah. Lennox-Brown. What the devil are you wearing? Black jacket and hairy green trousers? You look like some sort of fungus. Those trousers, they don't even fit you, man. I can't see your feet.
Oh, I assure you, sir, I have them with me.
What on earth are you playing at? You're a mess.
Oh, but it's the latest fashion, you see, Sir Gregory. Now then, the Undersecretary and I have to be with the PM shortly, Lennox-Brown. So you're to collect the Chinese envoy from his embassy at 12:30. You'll go with him in his official car to the tower.
You'd better take Lamb with you if he's free.
Lamb's in the office, sir, and I don't think he has much on.
Oh, all right, Mildred. Mr. Lennox-Brown says it must go in a prominent place. Better put it by the door there.
Yes, sir. Let's hope he gets back soon with your trousers.
It's all right. You can open your eyes. I've covered my limbs with this piece of bunting we had as a sample.
Did you know it had welcome written on it?
Beggars can't be choosers, Mildred.
No, you're quite right. At least it covers your requirements.
So, great thing got a pop. Good grief. Who left the blessed fire bucket there? Oh, my trousers are soaked.
But they're my trousers.
What? Well, don't quibble, too, you. Mildred, leave the room at once. I'll have to take this pair off now.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but you did say to leave the fire bucket in a prominent place.
Oh, never mind that. Go next door and ask Mr. Crawley if he has a spare pair of trousers to lend me.
Righty home, sir.
So, this is too much. I came back here with this splendid news.
Splendid news?
You and I, too, listen, have been chosen to meet the Chinese envoy and escort him to the Tower of London.
Run where to meet the Chinese envoy? Oh, that's marvellous. We might get presented at court.
If we go without trousers, we'll be in court.
It's all right, Mum. Hang those green ones out of the window. The sun's shining now. They'll soon dry. Here, I'll take them.
Yes, well, it might just work. And if Mr. Crawley can lend me a decent pair, you can have these wretched things back again.
There they are. They'll get the full force of the sun there. And if I close the window, that'll hold them in place.
No luck, sir. Mr. Crawley's out. I looked in his cupboard, but there are no trousers there. Just his dressing gown and a pair of wellies.
Oh, glory.
Oh, it's half hot in here. And this awful smell of damp trousers. Sure. Let's open the window, shall we?
Sure, yeah. Good idea.
Don't open that window. Oh, too late. You stupid girl. You've dropped my trousers in the street.
They're my trousers.
They're gone. Oh. Quick, Mildred, run downstairs and pick them up. There's a good girl.
I can't, sir. They landed on top of a taxi. They're halfway to Trafalgar Square.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Entrusted for once with a VIP job, and we can't go because we've not got a single trouser between us.
There'll be no one to meet the envoy. Sir Gregory will murder us.
You can't give up like that, sir, just because you got no trousers. Look in the petty cash box.
No, there aren't any trousers there, Mildred.
No, sir, but there's cash, isn't there? If I nip down the shops, I can buy you a couple of suits.
By Jove, too. Mildred's right.
But the petty cash is for emergencies.
Oh, yes, there's £40 here. Quick, Mildred, take it, will you? My size is average, and Mr. Lamb is very average.
Well, the nearest shop is Trouserama. My boyfriend gets all his suits there. You don't mind something a bit sharp?
Oh, anything, but for heaven's sake, hurry.
Oh, we'll never make it, will we?
25 minutes. Tell you what, Mildred, you won't have time to come back here. We'll meet you in the street.
You're going on the street like that?
We'll go down the fire escape. Nobody will see us. Now, you come to the back door in a taxi. We'll take over the taxi and the suits and change on the way to the embassy. Right? Now, go on.
I feel such a fool standing here with no trousers.
Oh, don't fuss, too. No one can see our legs behind this horse cloth. Oh, that looks like Mildred in a taxi.
Well done, Mildred. Come on, we're over here. Oh, thank heavens. Did you get the suits, Mildred?
Well, not quite, Mr. Lamb.
Not quite? Well, what do you mean by not quite?
Well, it's inflation, you see. 40 quid wasn't enough for 2 suits.
Not enough? What have you got in that parcel?
Well, look, I told the man to split the suits. He's given me the trousers now, and I'll collect the parcel with the jackets tomorrow.
Oh, we're all right, then. Don't stand there dithering, girl. Give us the parcel.
Oh.
Right, quick, into the taxi.
Yes.
Chinese embassy driver, and hurry, please.
Yeah, Gov. Haven't you forgotten something?
If you're wondering why we're not wearing trousers, I'm afraid it's an official secret.
So, quick.
Shan't even be late.
Ah, but just as well. The Chinese are sticklers for etiquette. Lend me a penknife, will you? I can't undo this knot here.
Why don't you just tear the paper and let's get the trousers out?
Yeah, all right. Wait a minute. That's it. Now then. Good grief.
What is it, man?
This note inside the parcel. It says, jackets only herewith, trousers to be collected tomorrow.
Do you mean the shop's made a boo-boo? We still haven't got any trousers? Run!
Pull yourself together, too, and it's no use panicking. And biting the upholstery won't help.
Do you really think it'll work, one?
Well, if it doesn't, we're sunk. Now, let's just go through it again. Now, when we get to the embassy, we stay here in the taxi.
Yes.
Covering ourselves with this brown paper.
Right.
Right? Now, let who flung come to us.
Yes.
Now, whatever happens, don't get out of the cab.
Won't Who Flung wonder why we're covering ourselves with brown paper?
Oh, well, if he does, he'll think it's an old English custom. They're very polite, these Chinese. The host is never wrong.
Oh, yes, I've heard that.
Anyway, with a bit of luck, he may never notice. We tell him to sit in front, next to the driver.
You mean where the luggage goes?
Yes, he'll think that's another old English custom. Now, the main thing is we mustn't move from this seat.
Right, here we are then. Chinese embassy. 90 pence.
Oh, thank you very much, driver. Actually, we're staying with you.
We're going to pick up a Chinese gentleman, and then we'd like to carry on in your cab.
Yes. I dare say you would. You're dressed for it, ain't you? But you won't carry on in my cab, mate. It's me lunch hour. I'm off home.
Now, look here. We want to go to the Tower of London.
You stand on the pavements with no trousers, they'll likely take you to the Tower of London.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, is it? Now, listen, you're talking to an ex-army boxing champion. If you're not out of my cab in 30 seconds, I'll stuff your bowler axe down your throat.
Don't think you can intimidate us, my man. But on the other hand, we don't want to keep you from your lunch. Come on, Sue. We want us to leave.
Well, we can't go into the embassy like this.
Well, it's better than waiting in the street, too. Now, quick, come on, up the steps. Let's get inside.
Oh, help. There's a posh-looking Chinese chap coming out.
Yes, well, this will be him.
Excuse me, please. Are you British gentlemen from Ministry?
Yes, indeed, sir. And we're here to meet you, sir.
Very difficult for me, you understand. Only British faces look the same.
Oh, quite so, yes. Mr. Hu, you may have noticed, perhaps, that my colleague and I, you see, are not wearing any trousers today.
Ah, yes. Very interesting old British custom. No trousers for only ceremonial occasions?
Well, yes, you could put it like that, yes.
In China, we have very wise thoughts from Chairman Mao. He say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Indeed?
He's taking his trousers.
Now, as guest, I am ready to conform to your protocol in every way. There, now we are all properly dressed for ceremony. Come, my official car is waiting to take us to the tower.
But we can't go to the ceremony like this. There'll be thousands of people there. TV, cameras, guards of honor, the lot.
Oh, it's like a blessed nightmare, too. Oh, best do as he says.
Now, pay attention, you men. We of Number 3 Company are proud to have been chosen as guard of honor to our distinguished Chinese visitor who today receives the freedom of the city. And I want you to remember this. Our Oriental guest may not be familiar with our military traditions, but he is our guest, and it is our duty to make him feel at home. Therefore, we shall conform to his Eastern culture, or whatever it may be. If he should salute with the left hand, we shall salute with the left hand. Should he arrive without a hat, we shall remove our hats. If there are any peculiarities about his appearance or conduct, we shall adopt them ourselves.
And here is the news, read by Brian Martin. There were amazing scenes in London today when the Chinese trade delegate, Mr. Hu Flung, received the freedom of the city. Observing what is believed to be an old Chinese custom, he arrived in black Homburg hat, black jacket, grey tie, and pale blue underpants. There was some surprise when he mounted the rostrum and showed the Lord Mayor his credentials. But in deference to his mode of dress, the Guard of Honor quickly removed their trousers, and many government dignitaries followed suit. The party then marched in this manner to Buckingham Palace, led by their trouserless commanding officer, Brigadier Seymour. Later today, MP Miss Bertha Hope told the House of Commons that she had been surprised at the sight of the undressed soldiers, but she emphasized that she was not making a complaint.
I hear Chinese Friendship Week's been a great success. The most talked about event of the year, they're saying.
Yes, indeed, Mildred. That freedom ceremony began it with a bang, and it never flagged.
But I don't understand why Sir Gregory and Lord Stilton are in disgrace.
Well, all the top brass took their trousers off, you see, at the ceremony to make Hu Flung feel at home. They were the only two who refused.
Oh, Prime Minister was furious. He gave them a piece of his mind, standing there in his bright red underpants.
All's well that ends well, and we've got 2 smart new suits out of it.
Trouser Armour have nice stuff, don't they?
Oh, yes.
They were ever so sorry about the mix-up, and they gave me the trousers the moment I handed them Mr. Lamb's cheque.
They're very willing, aren't they? We must be the only ministry men with flared bottoms.
Yeah, this must be Fred the Dorset's General Assistance Department.
Mr. Richard Lamb?
That's me.
Oh, we're from Trouser Armour. You paid for those trousers by cheque.
That's right.
No, mate, it's all wrong. Your cheque just bounced.
So get those trousers off, both of you, or you'll be bounced downstairs.
But you can't.